I was never as nervous for a game in my life as I was for that game.
It's going to live long in the memory, and the memory is going to even get better, I think.
That was devastating, and it was devastating for our people. It was devastating for the people that came home.
Galway football, ignited in '98 and through an All-Ireland final appearance again in 2000 and 2001, the second victory of that era. And so I think all of Galway football got a boost, and certainly we did here.
With the Ghaeltacht, it's worldwide, really. There's any of the big days that we had, you had people ringing you from America, from Australia, England, and all these places.
The early sense that I had of being a Ghaeltacht footballer it was a great feeling, which we didn't have for a whole lot afterwards, was always being the underdog. We were the crowd from back west, the unknowns.
At a club level here, we had good players. We didn't have too many big lads, we had to go with what we had, but we certainly had lads who were well coached, in the primary schools and underage level in the club here. And just, it was kind of bred into us that it was go out and play football and beat them on the scoreboard as much as you could.
2004, we knew that we had a great chance of, if we could get out of Kerry, we knew we had a great chance.
I never thought of All-Ireland series, it's mental, we're not going to be competing in an All-Ireland.
There's a bigger thing than just winning a game of football here. This was about lifting a community. This was about giving them something to be proud of, giving them something to talk about in 10 years' time, 20 years' time, and they still do.
I suppose a big thing maybe, and we would have felt it at the time and maybe used it to our advantage, but the idea of going into a lot of the games, practically all of the games as underdogs, with the bookies and with the general public, it suited us, It took pressure away from everyone involved, and it kind of gave you a focus if you needed an extra bit of motivation or anything like that. It's the classic one where you're written off and you try and prove your doubters wrong, but it works.
We were an experienced outfit, and we were definitely confident going into that final, but it was a great journey. It was fantastic to see, winning the Munster final, seeing the amount of people from the club getting on buses and leaving Meehans petrol station in Dingle and heading off up the country, and it was fantastic, and it gave us a great buzz as well to see all our local people following us.
The crowd, we didn't realise this till afterwards. I didn't really look up at the crowd because I just consciously didn't look up at the crowd. It was afterwards we were told that people couldn't get in, the gates, they hadn't enough turnstiles open, that the crowd was so big they had to let them in for free. In the end, it was just, there would have been a stampede. They reckoned 40,000 to 45,000 at the game.
Coming into Croke Park was something that I used to always enjoy. It just get me going before a game, get the blood flowing, watching your local people and the passion that they showed, and they're there behind you, and it'd mean everything to you.
We had our tape on the bus. I think it wasn't even a CD at the time, and the couple of songs that you were listening to, and we were ready to go into the dressing room, but the tape wasn't finished, so we had to sit in the bus for maybe a minute or two to let the last song finish out before we marched off and got togged out. But yeah, little things like that, just a nice memory of, I think we're focused, no one, and we were in a routine. No one wanted to get off the bus until the song was finished.
How are we going to contain these? They're going to blow us out of the water. That's personally what I thought. I was never as nervous for a game in my life as I was for that game.
If we were to be beaten by any club, and if you were to design a club to beat us, it was Caltra, a rural club, a lot of brothers on it, a real sense of who they were, come from a totally different landscape to us. We're kind of mountainous and rugged, they're lovely flat plains up there. But if you were to design a team, they were the team.
It's like going to battle. You need a few foot soldiers, but you need the heavy artillery as well. And it's the heavy artillery that's going to win you the battle. And we had them out that day.
It did ebb and flow the game. The Caltra were coming up the field. The one thing I did remember from the game is the emphasis they put on stopping Tomas coming up the field.
There were no huge tactics that day. There was no zonal defence or defensive system as such. it was man for man. Now we did try and get Brian to do a job on Tomás O'Shea just to stop him going forward, which he did an amazing job on.
We felt that we weren't, you know, at our level at half time, and it was great in a way just for lads to kind of maybe assess or reassess where we were, and maybe, you know, reconfirm that okay, we're playing An Ghaeltacht, but they're human, and we were able to just kind of, you know, focus in the minds and say, look, this is the half an hour that you've got left to kind of shape up or move it or lose it.
I do remember Michael Meehan winning a free at one stage late in the game, and I'm marking his brother ended turning to me and said, I think Mikey might have been watching the Premiership there over the weekend because it was a blatant dive, you know, but he got his free, and more importantly, he nailed it afterwards.
I remember a ball out around the half-hour line, and I think it was their wing-back jinked inside Matty Killalay, and I said they're coming. I knew, and I could see Tomás O'Shea was coming. I said, oh no, here we go. And he came powering through the middle, and I half hesitated. He came past me, and I was thinking, oh, I should have taken him out. No, I'd probably be dead if I tried it, but he slipped past, and he slipped a pass into Dara Caniggia, and I think he got a hit on the arm or something, but the pass dropped and it hit the ground. It wasn't a pass to chest. It kind of failed, and Caniggia turned and he swung. And I thought, here we go. But it went over the bar. The relief. I was sure this is the back of the net, because they had been coming at us and coming at us and coming at us, wave after wave. And I thought, it's coming. It's definitely coming. We're so close, but it's going to be taken from our grasp. And Dara Caniggia swung, turned and hit it on the turn. I went over the bar, and it was the greatest point I've ever seen scored in my life.
That was devastating, and it was devastating for our people. It was devastating for the people that came home, because we obviously wanted to do it for ourselves, but we wanted to do it for our families.
I do remember being out on the pitch looking up at Noel Meehan lifting the cup, and my first cousin Cathal O'Dowd asking me, you know, Bemi Tarnash, you know, Bemi Tarnash, we'll be back. And I'm going, yeah, Bemi Tarnash. But thinking deep down, and definitely knowing so in hindsight now, I mean, more than likely it wouldn't be. The word Caltra in the Ghaeltacht is like the word Seamus Darby in Kerry. You know, it just means they were our horror show.
If you ask me now, what would I take? Would I take the All-Ireland Club Final in 2004, or would I take the All-Ireland? It was my first All-Ireland with Kerry, so that had a huge bearing on it. And back then I would probably have said that I would have taken the All-Ireland with Kerry. But if you ask me now, I would have taken the All-Ireland with the club.
Passing over a pocket full of All-Ireland senior medals for a club medal, it's a big trade, but I think, like I said, it's what you don't have, it's what you want. Like, I'd give a lot for a senior All-Ireland medal, and I suppose I don't know what a lot is, but would I give my club medal? No, you know, it's not for negotiation.
So near, yet so far, and had we lost by 20 points, you would have been happier, because you knew that you were so close, but you just didn't get over the line. So certainly 2004 is the biggest regret. There's no doubt about that.